All right, five, four, three, two, one. Good evening, good evening, good evening. This is your girl Elisha coming to you for another Tuesday Night Live Tips for Tuesday. We are here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Listen, we have successfully made it into the month of October. We are here at October 1st, 2024, and I am thankful to be here on a Tuesday night sharing with you our tips for Tuesday. And listen here, I just want to let y'all know that your girl has commitment issues. That's how I'm going to put this. I have commitment issues. I'm committed to showing up to you on Tuesday nights, okay? Because I had a very, very kind of busy day. And I was just thinking to myself, maybe I can just, you know what? I could just play a rerun tonight. I got plenty of videos I've been coming to for months now on Tuesday night. So I could do a rerun. You know, it could be just a rerun tonight. And so after talking to one of my friends and everything like that, they encouraged me to just go ahead and push through despite how I was feeling, despite that I didn't have it together, despite that I didn't have my topic written down, despite any of that kind of stuff, they encouraged me to push through. And that is what I'm doing tonight. And I came with a topic tonight, which I think is it had came to me this morning on my drive out. And I said, so let me just use that as our tip for Tuesday topic. Okay. And our tip for Tuesday topic tonight is a follow through after failure. Ooh, a follow through after failure. Four tips on overcoming failure. And I'm just going to go out on a limb and just say this, okay? I feel like a lot of times when I reflect on my journey, not necessarily just in my photography world, but as just an overall creative, I have always been about the business of vendor tables, pop-up shops, always doing something. Your girl here, I have baked, I have sewed, I have crafted, I have done all types of things in my life, okay? And in every project that I have done or created, I always was wanting to sell something. Oh, I can sell this, I can sell that, okay? In doing all of that, because one thing about me is I'm going to show up, I'm going to create something, and then I'm going to ask you, would you like to buy this? Okay. Well, what in my journey, I have had so many. I hate to use the word failed event. So, what I would call it all the time when I would experience these events where I done came up, I done put all my time, energy, and resources in it. What I would call the event, I would know from the beginning, I could feel the energy and the vibe. I would call it a flop. I would call it a flop. I can tell that my mindset was there. Oh, I'm getting ready to make zillions of dollars. And I can just tell from the very beginning, once I get everything set up, that mm, I don't know about this. It seems kind of flop. It seems like it's gonna be a flop. Or I would refer to it with my sister. I would call it a floppish situation. It's so funny because I've experienced it so much that I would call her on the phone and I'd be like, "Hey, it's feeling pretty floppish. It's feeling pretty floppish." Okay. So instead of using the word failure, I would just use the word flop. But I never allowed that to set me back though. I would just brush my shoulders off and keep it moving. Okay. So tonight's topic is just, four tips on basically overcoming a failure. Okay. So, our first on the list tonight is reflect and learn from your experience. Our first tip is to reflect and learn from your experience. All right. So, what we want to do is we want to take time to reflect on what happened. Instead of focusing on the failure, focus on the lesson. Ask yourself what worked, what didn't, and how can you improve the next time. Okay. So focus on what you could do better the next time. What was working, what didn't work. Maybe it wasn't the right crowd. Maybe it wasn't the right event for you to be at, or different things like that. Sometimes we think Everybody is our customer and everybody is not your customer. So you showing up at an event that your customers aren't there, it's just not gonna work out for you on that in that instance. Okay. So once again, take a moment to reflect on what happened instead of focusing on the failure or the flop, as I call it. Okay. Number two, shift your mindset from failure to feedback. From failure to feedback. Don't see it as a failure. Like I said, I call it a flop. Okay. A flop, failure just seems so negative that when I use a flop makes me laugh, even though it's like, dang, I really thought this was going to be something. But it turned out to be a flop. That's okay. That's okay because at least I would keep it, I kept the spirit of keeping it moving. Don't see it as a failure, see it as feedback. Each experience, whether good or bad, gives you the data to prepare to make better decisions moving forward. Failure isn't the end, it's just a part of the process to success. And that is what I'm saying here. I have done so many things, but it never stopped me from showing up. It never stopped me from showing up. Okay. So that's one thing. I always just dusted off my shoulders and just kept it moving. All right. Number three, take immediate action on the next step. All right. Take immediate action on that next step. After analyzing the situation, it is crucial to keep moving forward. Take immediate action, whether it's revising the product, replanning your event, or pivoting the strategy. The longer you dwell on failure, the harder it is to move past. I never dwelt on it. For me personally, I never dwelt on it. I actually got a good laugh about it. All I could do was laugh and just understand this wasn't it. It's okay. But it never deterred me from doing anything again. What I wanted to do is analyze and find out a better way to show up. So, just to interject this, what I start learning is I went with the wrong mindset a lot of times when I was doing these vendor shows, vendor events, and selling my products and service. Well, not services, but my products. I was going there with a mindset to sell, 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 and leave out with a bag of money. Okay, that was my only thought. It was not to connect with other people. It was not to market and advertise my business. It was not anything. So my mindset in doing a lot of things that I've done that led to a flop event was basically the mindset and how I showed up. As time went on and I started to advertise like my business, even with my photography services, I still would do a vendor pop-up show and different things like that. But I changed my goal, or I changed how I showed up. I would use it as a marketing strategy. I would use it to get people interested in my business, having flyers and information brochures so that people can know and we can talk and we can exchange information, and I can have a sign up sheet where you can sign up for my email listing and I could tell you what's going to be happening coming up and stuff like that. So I shifted my mindset. So I wasn't looking at it as a flop anymore. I was looking at it as something, as a tool that can help me out. I can get out here and connect with potential customers. Number four is to celebrate your efforts and keep the bigger picture in mind. Like I just said, I shifted my mindset on how I was showing up at these events that I looked at as floppish, or failure with these words here. But I showed up differently and I felt good in the process. So celebrate the efforts and keep the bigger picture in mind. Don't forget to acknowledge the effort you put in, even if the outcome wasn't what you expected. Every attempt to step towards your bigger goals, every attempt is a step toward your bigger goals. Okay. So keep in mind, keep your eyes on the bigger picture and remember that every great success story has setbacks along the way. And I'm just going to go ahead and just say this: the setbacks is what creates a good story. The setbacks is why I could sit here and talk to you and laugh about these floppish events that I've had. I'm going to tell you, they so floppish. I told you, I'm calling my sister and letting her know, hey, girl, this ain't it. Hey, girl, I didn't left with $0. Hey, girl, I didn't even make the table money back. Hey, girl, nobody visited my table. Hey, girl, nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I have so many stories, and all I can do is laugh because in the moment, it was kind of disappointing and stuff like that. That you got this flop, man. You thought you was getting, I mean, you thought you was about to make all this big money, man. And I'm telling you, this event getting ready to change your life. Just to walk out and didn't even make back the vendor table money. Do you know how devastating that is? Oh my gosh, it's so devastating. But it happens. It happens to the best of us. I got a story just sitting on my brain right now. You know what? One day I'll probably just do a story time and just kind of talk about some of the floppish events that I've had and just, whew, well, I tell you, Lord, thank you. Okay. So, at any rate, this is your girl Elisha coming to you for a Tuesday night live. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm thankful that I'm committed to showing up on Tuesdays and sharing this journey, sharing our truths, sharing these tips, and hopefully these tips can help you as well as they're helping me. And also make sure, if you haven't already, listen, we created a manifestation manual. If you are looking to design and manifest the life of your dreams, make sure you download your copy. Support your girl. Download your copy of our manifestation manual. Listen, the link for the manifestation manual, and it's an electronic guide. It's digital, okay? It's digital. You can go right to our website. You can purchase your copy and start creating and manifesting the life of your dreams tonight. Tonight, okay? So, once again, that information will be down in the description box of this video. I am your girl Elisha coming to you for this Tuesday night live, and I thank you so much, so very, very much for joining us tonight. And as always, there's more to come. Thanks so much. Have a great night. Bye bye.